Check, check, check.
Check, check, check.
We've got waveforms.
All right.
Important.
Thousands of people have mysteriously vanished in America's wilderness. Join us as we dive into the deep end of the unexplainable and try to piece together what happened. You are listening to Locations Unknown.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Locations Unknown. I'm your co-host, Joe Irado, and with me, as always, is a guy who always helps the elderly across the street, Mike Vandebogart.
Thanks, Joe, and thank you once again to all of our amazing Patreon supporters. This episode is something, we're trying some new technology here, Joe. For those of you who you can't see us, Joe and I are actually together in the same room trying out some new podcasting equipment.
We've created our own COVID bubble.
Yeah, just we're a year and a half too late. But no, we finally have some proper audio equipment, and this is all leading up to us eventually doing some shows live on YouTube. So
yeah, this is the precursor to video. So if we can get this stuff down right, we add video, and then we're off to the races.
Yeah, and this is a fun little episode. We've gotten a bunch of voicemails over the last couple months, and we're going to be playing each one of them and then kind of just reacting to them. They're all pretty nice to us, but there's a couple strange ones.
They're all going to be funny.
Yeah.
So without further ado, should we just jump right into it?
Let's do it.
All right. So here's the first, and this is part of the new technology. I can play this stuff right through the soundboard, so hopefully we're good.
So all of you Patreon supporters, not only have you been helping us out with the show, but you are guinea pigs for this episode.
Yeah. All right, here we go. This one is, are all these dates on these files accurate?
Yeah, that's from when they called us.
All right, so 6/20.
Oh, you're going from top down.
Oh, it is backwards. Okay, hold on. Well, here's 5/20. It's all over the place. But I'm just going to go in order of how it popped up on here. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Hello, I'm wondering if there's an avenue to get autographed photos of the host. I've got a refrigerator that could really use a photo of the host, and an autograph would make it so much better. Thank you.
So I think this is 100% that guy who printed off my photograph on his refrigerator.
Yeah, this definitely sounds like a prank call, but you know what? We're going to take you up on that offer, and we're going to start selling cheaply printed photographs of me and Joe and autograph them to try to make more money for the show.
Yep, we're 100% going to. We have a couple ideas we've talked about in other episodes, but Mike has sent over some, what would you call them, examples of some of the cast photos from what's the show?
X-Files?
X-Files of Mulder and Scully that we're going to try and mimic and go get our photos taken and sign those.
Yeah, I think it's going to be epic. I'm going to dress up as Mulder, and Joe is going to dress up as Scully.
Yep, I'm going to get the blouse and the dress and the skirt and do the whole thing.
For Joe, this is a normal weekend anyways, so.
No, that's a Tuesday.
Oh.
All right, so let's go to the next one.
Okay.
Hi, guys. My name is Kate Gilbert. I'm calling from
Kate.
Jupiter, Florida, and I just listened to the Jesse Hoover episode about the 100-mile wilderness in Maine. And I had to call in to let you know that the mountain where the Appalachian Trail begins in Maine is pronounced Katahdin, not Cadhaddon. Or I was laughing as you guys tried to pronounce it on the show. It's Katahdin with the emphasis on the T-A-H in the middle.
Katahdin.
So I hope that you never forget that pronunciation. I'm a big fan of your show and a big fan of the Appalachian Trail, and happy to give you some info today. Keep making good episodes. Thanks. Bye.
Well, thank you, Kate. And okay, so let's practice this. Katahdin.
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 Hey, Katahdin.
So,
Italian. I can do that.
You'll notice probably half these voicemails are calling about this one mountain that we pronounced wrong. And
I haven't heard these before, so these are all new to me.
Yeah, so this is funny. Throughout our show's existence, we always take flack for how we pronounce things, and it's gone probably all the way back to the first couple episodes. We've gotten some actually really angry emails over it, but most times people are just giving us friendly advice on how to say things.
Okay, so let's do the next one.
Okay.
Hey guys, this is Jody Sulkowski. I'm a Patreon member. Love the show. Just listening to the latest episode, and it's Mount Katahdin that you're referring to, that you were having trouble pronouncing. It was rough listening to you try.
We're sorry.
But it's Mount Katahdin. Thanks.
Well, thank you for supporting us on Patreon.
Yeah, we're sorry, because I was calling it like Cat Haddon.
Yeah. Yeah, you were really butchering it. No, we obviously really appreciate you supporting the show and calling us, and we will never get that mountain wrong again.
Katahdin. We're probably doing it wrong already.
Probably.
All right, let's hit the next one.
Hey guys, this is Anthony from Long Beach, California. Wanted to give you guys a call and say thanks for the show. I really appreciate it. I listen every week. I like the format. You guys seem cool, so I want to say great job. I wanted to give you guys a couple of pieces of feedback real quick. I live in Los Angeles County. There's all kinds of people getting lost in the Los Angeles mountains out here. I know you guys have done stories on that before, but in the last 6 months, there's been 3 people that have been lost in the Los Angeles National Forest, especially over by the area of Mount Waterman, and there were some fires in the area, so a lot of people are getting lost. 2 people have been found. 1 person didn't make it out alive. So I was even thinking you might want to call this guy that made it out alive. His last name is Null, N-U-L-L. Call that guy and maybe get some tips on how to not get lost firsthand from somebody who did get lost and experienced what it was like. He was out there for 5 days.
Yeah.
And then the last little bit of feedback I want to give you guys is when it comes to the Patreon supporters and reading their names, that's really cool that you're doing that. What's not cool and what's getting really stale and old is the I don't know how to pronounce this person's name, or I don't know how to pronounce this name of this city or this person who's giving us their money on Patreon. I don't know how to pronounce their name. It might have been funny the first time. It's not funny anymore. And honestly, it's kind of rude. I mean, people are giving you their money. You should know how to say their name. And also, like, if you're going to be on the radio, if you're going to do a podcast, you know, you're essentially professionally speaking. That means that you should have written this person's name down or the name of the city down already, and you should have already practiced saying it. When you read it and you see that you don't know how to say it, you should practice saying it. That's just good work that you should be doing because of, you know, the level of success you've already had. So I appreciate you guys' time. Thank you so much. Really enjoyed the podcast. Gonna keep listening. Have a great one, guys. Thank you.
So that is brutal honesty right there.
Yeah.
I actually appreciate the call, and thank you for the nice things you said. What makes this even worse is sometimes we do practice the names, and it's still that bad.
Yeah, no, yeah, thank you. The first half of that call was really great. And
Okay, I'm sorry.
We're playing with the soundboard. But yeah, no, I mean, we do get the names wrong. On our last episode, I literally just pounded through the names. If I got them right or wrong, it's all about the confidence. So if
Yeah, they sounded more right when you just said it, when you stopped. So it's almost like we have to pretend we know what we're talking about and then not give it any credence, and then it'll just be fine.
we really do try to get the names right because we do appreciate all of our Patreon supporters. So that's why I'm always constantly apologizing as I'm reading the names.
And you do have to keep in mind that I'm kind of dumb. No, okay, I promise I won't do sound effects all the time, but this new board already came preloaded with them. But part of it is that's why I'm not in real radio, and I had a small 3-minute spot on TV because they couldn't give me any more. No, but we do try, but There's also a lot of people that think it's funny when we do it. Even the people that we've pronounced the name wrong, we've had messages and emails from them. They said they were laughing really hard. So we will continue to try.
Yes.
But
we'll give it the
there's
college
no
try.
promises because there's a lot of words in the English language.
Yeah, it's tough, but yeah, we'll keep trying.
We will keep trying. All right, next voicemail.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Mike. We saw your number on the bathroom stall, and we decided we should call it.
Yes!
This is Kirsten.
And I'm Beth from the Made for TV Movie Club podcast. We're in the clubhouse recording our latest episode, and we wanted to call and order autographed glamour shots that you guys talked about on your last episode because, well, okay, we want to hang the pictures up next to our poster of the Hardy Boys.
We do. We want the Hardy Boys, and then we want the locations unknown.
I do. And then eventually we're hoping that maybe you can get us some autographed copies of William Shatner.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I'd like
By the way,
those
nice
too.
cameo on the Unexplained, Joe. Keep up the search, guys, and have a great day.
Bye!
So a funny thing about that is they advertised on our podcast
And they're awesome.
a couple months ago, and they actually they used to live where Joe was living in Wisconsin. Joe's since moved, but
In West Bend.
yes.
Yeah, they're super nice. We're totally going to give you... Are they Patreon supporters?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, they won't hear this probably unless they become them, but we're totally going to send them. I could like fake a William Shatner autograph probably. we'll just mimic one.
But no, that's pretty funny that they called in. They have a funny podcast, so check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
They've advertised on the show before, so
And they had like a nice little catch, like a tag out line for us, like keep on searching. Like,
yeah, there you go.
I kind of like that. We might have to use that. All right, next voicemail.
Hey guys, I'm really loving the show so far. You boys have a lot of tact and extensive knowledge on the cases you cover. It's clear you guys do your research. I mean, heck, there's some details about, even the people I never mind. Anyways, you're missing a crucial detail. You should check out the big footprints. I mean, no, forget the footprints. Forget those. You should focus on how responsible the human rescue teams have been in the searches. Like me, I'm a human. I was part of those rescue teams. I definitely don't have a lot of hair on my body or anything. I'm about 5'6". My eyes don't glow in the dark or anything like that either. But keep up the good work, guys. Just keep on reporting on all those things and don't draw any conclusions. Just keep on doing what you're doing, okay? By the way, if there's any hair around the sites, don't touch those, okay? They're probably from deer, okay? There's deer everywhere, okay? There's deer.
I don't even know what to say.
Okay,
hold on. The one thing I learned from that caller, don't touch the hair.
Don't touch the hair. So
Whatever we do, don't touch it. Do you leave his name?
I don't. If they don't say it on the voicemail, I don't know who it is.
Okay, I'm like, it all came at me so fast. I hope he's a patron supporter.
I think that was a good trolling voicemail.
I was wondering if the voice was fake.
Yeah, and that's a good lesson to anyone who wants to call in. If you troll us on the voicemail, we'll definitely play it.
That was incredible. that was a good one. I
don't even know how to respond because I don't really understand what anything he said.
I was holding in laughter so I could hear it.
But call us and leave more voicemails like that.
Yes, please. I want the mailbox full of those. All right, let's go to the next one.
Hey guys, it's Robert Troy Hampton Peterson, and I just really listened to you guys talking about the idea to have signed pictures. I'm going to jump in and give my idea, which is just a scenic shot, and then you sign it because you're missing. Get it? Location. Anyway, that's my idea. Have a good one.
So Robert is a Patreon supporter.
Yeah, I remember his name because I was like, Robert Hampton Peterson III, twice removed.
That is a really funny idea and even easier to do, which maybe we'll start doing that right away.
We could do like a box set where we'll send them where it's like a picture of us somewhere, and then the next one's us slowly fading away until it's just the scenic shot, and it'll be like a flip book.
There you go.
It, and then we just disappear.
That's funny. I got to get the store running on our website here soon. We'll get all this stuff up there.
Yep. Now you got it on tape. You have to do it now.
I have to do it.
You didn't just tell me off to the side. You told everybody. All right. This is the last one on here. I wish we had like hundreds more.
Hello. I absolutely
really love the podcast. As someone who rarely goes in the woods because I live in a city and I did not grow up in an outdoorsy family, I still even love it, and I live vicariously through all your stories.
Awesome.
I was wondering if you guys could talk about the feral people that possibly live in the woods. I keep seeing...
Hold on. What did she say? The what people?
Feral people.
I'm going to rewind that because, oh, geez, I went like 15 seconds. That's almost the whole thing.
I was wondering if you guys could talk about the feral people that possibly live in the woods.
I heard feral people.
Feral people,
That's
yeah.
what you okay.
I keep seeing TikToks from people saying that there are feral people that are possibly cannibals that live in the woods.
Oh, geez.
And sometimes when you guys can't figure out what happened to somebody, I'm in my car listening, and I scream, "It's the feral people! They need them!" Anyway, and then there's also TikToks from people being like, "That's stupid," and it discourages people from going into the woods, which it absolutely does. But, yeah, anyway, I would love to hear your guys' opinion on if there are feral people. Bye.
All right, so we need to respond to this now. Our opinion on this is the first time I've heard of feral people in the woods.
So yeah, we'll have Joe look that up quick on his computer, and I'll ramble for a few seconds.
But
away. I've never heard of that before, and maybe at some point we'll do another one of those episodes where we go through some urban legends, and probably definitely have to look up the feral people because I've never heard of that before.
I'm getting Pharrell Williams, Colin Farrell. Hold on, I gotta search better.
So feral people. I'm trying to just.
How do you like
FERRAL?
That's what that's are feral people in national parks. Okay. So this is the thing talking about the TikTok trend. It's from thefocus.news and their travel section. And Bruno Cook wrote about this 2 months ago, as of today, and it's the 14th of June.
Yeah.
So starting in early February, TikTok users at Gracious and at Rock Bottom Ren, along with others, I won't read them all, claimed 1,600 people go missing in national parks each year. Another attempted to quell the fears by putting them into proportion. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna keep going. Debate spilled over into Twitter a week later. One user said the TikTok video led her to go down the rabbit hole. After reading about disappearances in parks, she felt scared. This is probably why we had an uptick in listeners.
Yeah, maybe.
People searching missing stories.
It's an interesting... I mean, it definitely sounds like we could add that into a future Urban Legends episode. Joe and I don't typically do full episodes on Urban Legends. We usually will cover a couple.
Yeah, we could do like a quick one.
Maybe we'll even do a Patreon episode at some point on that.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. A little bit shorter and just for you guys.
But, yeah, there's so many weird things going on out there, like, that people think are going on out there, that the material is endless.
Yeah, basically it is what she said it is. It's people who are feral, who live in the woods, and they just eat people.
So just crazy people living in the woods.
Crazy feral people that are cannibals, and that's where these people go.
Well, that is a crazy theory.
I'm gonna go down this rabbit hole now too. It's gonna become one of the theories of all of the cases. Is it feral people? Maybe. TikTok told me so.
That was the voicemails we have. Before we go, I'll just since we're this is kind of a pre-recorded live episode. I don't think Joe's going to do much editing on it.
Nope, I won't need to because of all this wonderful equipment from our Patreon supporters.
By the time I drive home, it should be ready for me to upload, right, Joe?
Potentially.
Funny thing, Joe, we got a really bad review on iTunes recently about my laughing again.
I thought I saw that one pop up, but did you just see it today in Chartable?
I saw it last week.
Okay, maybe I just saw it today.
So that theme is coming back again.
Okay.
But as far as the Patreon supporters go, we had some good interest in doing a live Zoom call with me and Joe and the Patreon supporters. So that is going to be coming up in the end of June. We don't know which day yet, but I'll post something on Patreon, and you'll have to register with Zoom. It'll be free for you guys to register. And then it'll be, an hour long to start with. And if people have, lots of stuff to talk about, I mean, I won't have an issue going longer. Or if it, we're done in a half hour, we'll cut it.
Yeah, I think we can do both.
Yeah.
I just found the review. I'm going to read it just because.
Okay.
It was 3 stars though. They didn't give us 1 star.
We had a 1-star too.
I'll do that one next just because
Okay.
we're already here.
Yeah.
The title of the review is "Really Wanted to Get Into It." So 3 stars, so they kind of got into it.
Yeah.
Awesome show concept. Unfortunately, the hosts laugh at nothing, and then in parentheses nonstop, and quite frankly, come off as amateurs. Aw.
Well,
I hate to break it to you, we are amateurs.
we are amateurs. We we're not employed by anyone that pays us for the podcast.
That's actually an attack on our character because this is how I am. like this is I just laugh at stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in a sense that says our editing, or mainly Joe's editing skills, have been so good that people are getting the wrong impression that we're professionals.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you were going to go with a compliment or a dig. I was biting.
So I think while our show has done really great over the last couple years since we started in 2018, end of the day, Joe and I both have full-time jobs still and families and all kinds of stuff going on. I would love to be able to do this 40 hours a week.
Oh, 100%.
But it's just not possible. And, Joe and I put a lot of time in researching the episodes. And sometimes we get, we had one review say it's just like a Wikipedia audio show. And the thing is, yeah,
it kind of is.
Some of the stuff, you can't like rewrite, news, or quotes or, things like that. So, we're kind of reading you the story and then giving you our take on what happened.
Yeah, really, that's a great way to put it. Really what we do is we learn about a story. If it interests us enough to do a show on, we'll gather news articles, Wikipedia articles, and how we formulated the show is we wanted to open it up with obviously our basic intro type stuff, but also talk about the location, which inevitably is a Wikipedia post because a lot of times we haven't been to the place. So we're just giving you data.
Yeah, or like from the National Parks website.
Correct.
Or, the thing is we do for episodes is when I'm researching an episode, I'll pull source data from 10 or 15 different sources, and then we're mixing all of that into show notes.
Mm-hmm.
And then Joe and I don't read verbatim. It's a lot of it's kind of ad lib. And those are notes. It's not a script, it's notes.
Yep.
And
I'm sure you can tell when we're reading and when we're going off cuff. But that's the whole point is we're giving you the data we have.
Yeah.
Because we've been told we need more factual data, and ironically, it's usually around more supernatural episodes, which is just it always makes me laugh that I don't have factual data about Bigfoot.
Yeah. Right.
But it is what it is, and that's pretty much how the show is. It's just 2 guys that learn about something. We dig deeper into it. Not deep enough to get all the pronunciations correct, but pretty deep to where we have the majority of, I'd say, the popular facts, and then we comment on it based on our hiking experience. That's the whole show.
Yeah, and one of the things I think both Joe and I feel really comfortable talking about is hiking and backcountry hiking, in wilderness survival and things like that, because we've been doing that for 10 years.
Yeah.
And we've both been in various situations that have required, we've both been lost. We've both experienced every type of weather you can experience. Most, situations that most people are going to experience at some point hiking, we've experienced those. And while we have no formal training in, like survival training, we've done it like trial by fire. We've done it by living through it.
Yeah.
And I feel
screwing up.
Yeah.
We've screwed up and not died, so we learned our lesson.
I feel pretty comfortable in the advice we give. We're never going to give people advice on something we know absolutely nothing about, because you could get injured or killed.
I think we're pretty good at telling people when we're speculating versus something we know.
Yeah,
we try to.
There's some very common sense things that you do when you're hiking out in the woods. I'm not going to go into this stuff now. We talk about it all the time, but So, like Joe said, a lot of times people get mad when we talk about some paranormal event and we get the fact wrong on that. And there's no facts. It's we do those episodes for kind of fun. Like the Secret Society episode we just did I enjoy secret societies and I find them super interesting. And
I do too.
Yeah. We actually, I was telling Joe before we started, we may have a guy who is in the Freemasons, we may do an interview for a Patreon episode with him.
Ooh, undercover of anonymity.
Yeah. So, and he's already agreed via email to do the interview. So it's just setting up the interview. So that'll be kind of cool.
Awesome.
Trying to think of what else we got. The thing, we're always trying to find new ways to stay in contact with our Patreon supporters. I posted a few days ago, titled "Stick With Us." Joe and I usually get really busy in the summer, and we typically would be taking a break in a couple weeks. And I think this year we've decided we're going to try and keep recording at least one episode a month just to keep something going. If we can get 2 out a month, that'd be great, especially with the new soundboard now, which basically removes the editing time.
Yeah, it's going to cut a lot of the time out of it, and it makes it easier to just kind of fire off and get going. So it's really down to just the research stuff. And quite honestly, it's from all the support of you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, if we didn't have Patreon supporters or all these people saying they love our show, we would totally take the summer off and go to the beach and do stuff. But we do have fun doing this, and then you guys constantly pushing us to keep moving is really helping it go along.
And the other thing too is we've agreed. We've said we'd do 2 Patreon episodes a month in addition to the normal episodes. And I said in the post that, apologize in advance if Joe and I miss that goal, once or twice during the summer. It gets tough to find the time. And there's other things we're going to do. Joe and I, we were talking about maybe once a month doing kind of like just a fun review, like episode where we're just reviewing crazy videos we see from nature, and we'll talk about them. And not a reaction video. There's so many of those, but I guess a reaction video.
Yeah, we're assuming you guys like our personalities to the point where you want to watch us banter about random stuff.
Yeah, and I also am going to post, I've got some pretty cool hiking videos from over the years, and I was going to post maybe some like audio of me talking about the videos as it's playing, and just so I can, give tips about that part of the park or, things like that. That might be interesting to some people. If not, just don't watch.
That's really what it comes down to. If you hate it, don't watch it.
And we're going to do more swag giveaways, and we got a shop front coming up on our website that'll give us a lot more freedom in what we can sell and things like that. So we're always trying to involve you guys more and chat with you more. Maybe down the road we'll do some kind of live event at a park.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And just keep calling a number.
Yes.
Keep calling up. I love those calls.
Yes.
The mean ones, the funny ones, the random ones.
Give us a call after a night out at the bars.
Yes.
We haven't gotten one of those yet.
Yep.
So.
Maybe the guy who told us not to touch the hair.
Yes.
Maybe that was a post-park call.
Could we get a follow-up call from the don't touch the hair guy?
Yeah, maybe an interview. That could be something that we might not air. Who knows?
And we apologize in advance if you are a Patreon supporter.
Yeah. I don't. I thought it was hilarious. I want you to call again.
I
don't know. You got anything else, Mike?
No, not really. We're going to see you guys in a few weeks on a Zoom call.
Yep.
So that's exciting.
Just as always, remember when enjoying the beauty of nature, whether backpacking, camping, or just taking a walk, to always remember to leave no trace. Thanks, and we will see you all next time.